was that like, though? I mean, when you were coming out to the mound, I mean, now you're there.
Yeah.
What was that like?
It was just the most exciting thing.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm never going to be in the real World Series.
Right.
This is it, dude.
Yeah, I know it. And here, I mean, was there any of those flashbacks real quick, like how you were in, Little League, and now you're here?
Some of that,
representing the state college. I mean, they're a little crazy about the Razorbacks, I would say.
They are crazy about the Razorbacks, so much so that the TV station in Little Rock decided they were going to televise all these games in Omaha.
Okay.
So that was the thing. I was running in, I'm thinking, I'm on TV.
Please don't trip. Please don't trip. Yeah. Okay. So the coach gives you the ball. Any jitters, or are you just like, I know what I'm supposed to do?
I know what I'm supposed to do. Yeah.
Nice job. Welcome to another episode of My Dad's Story. A great time with the baseball playoffs getting started. To talk with our guest tonight, let's start with our very first pitch. John is a husband, father, and grandfather. Graduated from the University of Arkansas, where he played baseball. Retired after 34 years and 11 months working at Mary Kay. Welcome, John.
Happy to be here.
Appreciate you taking the time and being here today. All right. So, 1968. My grandfather and grandmother on my dad's side lived in a tar paper shack with a potbelly stove right in the middle. I mean, poor outhouses in the back. And they had a little black and white TV. And I got to see the 1968 World Series, my very first one I watched, Cardinals versus the Tigers. Bob Gibson on the mound, Mike Shannon, the whole gang. And I was hooked. My dad was a Cardinals fan. We were all Cardinals fans because, growing up in Oklahoma, we had to be. And I said, I love baseball. The World Series, something was magnetic about it. So what was one of your first memories of baseball?
My very, very first memory is sitting on the washing machine in the laundry room. I was probably 4 years old.
Yeah?
Listening to Cardinal baseball, Harry Carey and Jack Buck.
KMOX.
KMOX. Actually, we got KLRA in Little Rock, 1010 on your radio dial if the Travelers weren't in town. Then, if they were in town, they preempted the Cardinals, and then you had to go to KMOX,
Yeah.
yes.
Arkansas Travelers.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah. And I, the same way, I was hooked at that time as well.
Yeah. Did you collect baseball cards or anything at that age? Or
I wasn't that big of a baseball card collector. In fact, it's terrible. All memorabilia was just, I didn't know the value of it. We would put the baseball cards in our spokes, and if
Right.
we got an autographed baseball, we'd go play with it.
Right. Because it was a baseball. Same
Yeah.
with a baseball bat.
That's right.
Yeah. Who was one of your favorite players growing
Bob
up?
Gibson.
Bob Gibson.
Yes.
Yeah, of course you had to like Gibby. I mean, he was the most intimidating guy and played basketball as well.
That's right.
He was very good at basketball too.
Yes.
Do you remember where he went to school at though?
Creighton.
Of course you do. You know all that kind of history. That's good to know. Did you play any other sports besides baseball growing up?
I played church league. I played YMCA basketball in the 4th grade.
Okay.
I played church league basketball in junior and senior high. And my junior year of high school, I ran cross country.
Wow, that's great. What position did you play in baseball?
I played outfield, first base, and pitcher.
And right-handed, left-handed?
Left-handed.
Left-handed pitcher?
Throws left, bats left.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
Did you ever learn a switch hitter, or were you just? Oh,
Yeah, I learned to switch hit when we got to the age where left-handed curveballs were a thing.
Yeah.
And I couldn't hit them. So might as well try right-handed because you're not working left-handed.
Do you still remember your little league team at all?
I do.
Yeah. What was the name of the team?
Well, when I was 9 and 10, we were called OK Storage. When I was 10 years old, we went 2-17. It was supposed to be a 20-game season. One got rained out, and we were like, I don't think we're going to make this one up.
Doesn't affect the standings for us. I mean, it's,
Right. Now, when I was 11, that same team became First National Bank, and we started out 0-2, and my dad is the assistant coach. And I said, Dad, are we going to lose them all again this year? And he says, No, we're a lot better. Just hang in there. And sure enough, we finished 15-5 and won the championship.
Whoa.
But the thing I was the most proud about that team is they also give a sportsmanship trophy, and it usually goes to the last place team. We won it.
the first place team won the sportsmanship trophy.
Yep.
How impressive is that?
That's great.
And your dad was still your assistant coach?
Yes.
Oh, really cool. What was he? So was he? What kind of coach was he?
He was really, really nice to all the other guys and expected a lot of me.
Yes, yes, a typical father.
Yeah, we would have talks all the time. Of course, he would take me out for extra batting practice and throw and throw and throw and
Right.
throw. Just as long as I could swing the bat. And I'm, Dad, I'm a little tired. 10 more.
Yeah. Did he push you, or was he more of a, if you want to do it, I'll help you. If you're not, I don't want to help you?
He knew I wanted to do it,
Yeah.
so he pushed me.
Yeah. Did you have any brothers or sisters
I
growing
had
up?
two little brothers, yeah.
And were they in the sports as well?
My
baseball?
middle brother was not. He played, but didn't seem to enjoy it much.
Mm-hmm.
My youngest brother was a pretty good player too.
Yeah, cool. What position did he play, or did he? I mean, your younger brother.
My youngest brother he played all the way through Babe Ruth League, which was 15, and
Right.
he pitched a little,
Yeah.
and he was an infielder.
Do you remember? Okay, after Little League, what is the next one after that? Was it Babe Ruth or was it?
In Little Rock it was Babe Ruth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Babe Ruth League. Do you remember that team at all?
Yes, we were Block Realty, and we were okay when I was 13 and 14, and then we changed sponsors there, and we became Sambo's, the restaurant. Did
Yes.
you ever have a Sambo's
I
restaurant?
remember Sambo's, yes.
That is an uncomfortable.
Right. I would imagine so. Yes. Yes. I got you. So did you have a lot of guys you played baseball with. Do you ever still connect with those guys anymore?
No, not too many.
Right.
No.
So all-star teams in Little League or Babe Ruth?
It made the All-Stars in 11-year-olds, and we were eliminated in the first round in districts. Made All-Stars as a 12-year-old. We won district, we won state, and we went to Virginia Beach to play in the regionals. And we got a bye in the first round, and we're thinking, hey, we're going to Williamsport right after this.
Right.
This is just a stop along the way. Well, we got beat the next game.
Oh, no.
We stayed on a Navy base in the barracks with a bunch of other teams, and we just messed around. Basically did the 12-year-old version of partying all night.
Yeah.
And we would drink Coca-Cola
Oh,
for
yeah.
breakfast
Yeah.
and all of the things that you shouldn't be doing. And we were wondering, why are we just lethargic out here? I can't imagine.
What was it like traveling for baseball all the way to Virginia Beach?
It was pretty great. We had the equivalent of a Greyhound bus, and we just the kids were on there,
Yeah.
the parents were on there, and
That's cool. That's way cool. And here you were one step away from Williamsport,
that's right.
the holy grail of Little League baseball. Yeah. So what position were you playing then?
I was playing first base
First base.
exclusively. Yes,
Okay.
I did. We had some good pitchers, and I was still on the small side.
Right.
So I didn't have that fastball.
And were you just like a punch and Judy hitter, or you had some pounce behind you?
Punch and Judy.
There we
Yeah,
go. I
no
like it.
question.
I like it.
Just try and serve it over the infield.
Little speed, little
bit of speed,
Okay,
yeah.
I like it. That's good. And then in Babe Ruth, did you start to fill out physically yourself? Or?
Yes, when I was 13, I was still very short, but my very, very first game, our first baseman didn't show up, and I had a mitt, so they threw me over there, all 4'11" of me or whatever I was. But my position was the outfield.
Okay.
When I was 15, now the Puberty Fairy had finally visited.
Yes.
And I was a center fielder, and I wanted to pitch because I was starting to be pretty good, but our coach was an idiot, and he would not let me pitch.
Oh, no.
To the point where one of the other coaches in the league said, if you're not going to pitch him, would you trade me to your team?
Yeah. And it
because I want to pitch him.
Right.
And he said, no, I'm not going to do that either. So I made the All-Stars at 15, and despite having not pitched all year, I was the closer.
Oh, left-handed closer.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's pretty valuable in those days. Yeah. And did you really enjoy? Which did you enjoy more, pitching at that age or hitting? Or out in the field.
I still like playing outfield because I like to hit.
Right.
When I became a teenager, I started getting a little bit of power. Never home run power, but
Right.
I could drive the ball.
Right.
And I just liked running around the outfield.
Right. In those days, though, the pitcher would hit all the time
Yeah.
too, and sometimes the pitcher would hit fourth.
Yeah.
And still pitch, and then switch to shortstop, and then
Yeah.
maybe come back in an inning two or later.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
The DH had not even been,
Sniffed
had not
at.
trickled down yet.
No, not even at all. So, high school baseball.
We had no high school baseball in the state of Arkansas outside of a couple of private schools.
Oh, okay. So it was just Babe Ruth. Or
Babe
what was
Ruth
it?
and then American Legion.
American Legion. Okay. And
Yes.
was American Legion a big deal in Arkansas at the time?
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was in Oklahoma too, and I remember everybody went out to the American Legion games, all the time. So what was that like?
It started to get a little competitive.
Right.
I was 16. The way they did it in American Legion in Little Rock is they had a major and a minor team. So when I was 16, I was on the minor team, as most 16-year-olds are.
Right.
But for the postseason, I got called up
Look at you.
to the big club.
Yeah.
And I was so embarrassed because they didn't have pants for me. I had to wear my baby blue Block Realty pants along with my black Bonanza Steakhouse jersey. And I'm like, oh, God, I look like an idiot.
Yeah, I know the feeling. And was those the high stirrup days?
Yes.
Yes, they were. Yeah, they were.
Oh, it's so important to look good.
Oh, yeah. And this would have been in early 70s?
This would have been, well, we'll get to this, but it would have been 76 and 77 that I played in 75, 76, 77 that I played American Legion.
Okay, look at you. All right. And that was for Bonanza Steakhouse?
Yes.
Yes. That was good. Free salad bar later on or something like that?
Yeah.
No, that was your recruiting?
Free chopped sirloin.
Free chopped sirloin. Welcome. Come on into Bonanza now. Okay, so at this time when you're really starting to play, and you had Bob Gibson but in 76, who was one of your more influential players that you enjoyed?
Robin Yount.
Robin Yount from the
Yes.
Milwaukee Brewers. Okay.
Yes. And you know why?
Why?
Because he was a major leaguer at age 19, and I thought,
This is
He
where you're
can,
going.
I can.
Yeah, you can. And how old were you when you thought this?
yeah, 16.
Oh yeah, you had 3 years to go.
Yeah, they'll notice me soon.
Yeah, you'll be there at 18. I'm pretty sure of it. Yeah. Okay. So Okay. So now, all right. This desire to play baseball, in college. How did that all happen?
The desire to play baseball in college was always there.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I had a lot of things going against me. Number one, I was small,
Okay.
growing but small. Number
Right.
two, no high school baseball in the state of Arkansas. Nobody knows about anybody.
Right.
And number three, when I graduated high school, I was 16 years old.
Oh, you were.
There were not a lot of college coaches out recruiting 16-year-olds.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
So young. You haven't. I mean, like 17, 18 is when you really start to hit the. I'm starting to grow up a little bit.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. So how did this all happen then?
Well, as I said, I knew I wanted to play college baseball, so it's time to pick a college.
Right.
I found a school. My mother wanted me to go to Hendrix College because it's 35 miles from home, and it's a nice school.
Right.
Small, Methodist. You
Right.
know, checked all her boxes.
Yeah, I did. None of yours, but all of hers.
Right. But yeah, and there's a big red X in the middle of it because they don't have a baseball team.
No, not going to do it.
Yeah, so I got an academic scholarship to a school called Washington University in St. Louis,
Yes.
Division III,
Mm-hmm.
and my girlfriend also went there. She got accepted, so we went up together, not together, but
Right. Right.
we went as a package deal.
Cool.
And there was an ad, and I knew I was going to do it, but there was an ad in the campus newspaper the first or second week of school saying, all interested in playing baseball, come to this meeting at this certain time. So
Yeah.
we did, or I did, and they said, okay, we're going to have tryouts. And fine. So I hit the snot out of the ball like for 10 minutes straight, and they told me when fall practice was going to be.
Yeah, there you were. Okay, so we're kind of bearing the lead here. You got an academic scholarship?
Yeah.
Yeah. And, okay, that's impressive.
It paid for my tuition, not my room and board, but my
Right.
tuition.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what was the old GPA then?
In high school,
Yeah.
it was okay. I was top 10 in my class until the last semester when I caught a case of senioritis.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And
Those are-
there's no vaccination
no,
for
there
that
is
or
nothing.
anything.
Doctor visits don't help
Nope.
at all. Yeah, no, not going to work at all.
No, it's terminal.
So, how big was your school then?
399
Okay.
graduates.
And what was the name of the school?
Hall High School.
Hall High School in Little Rock.
Yes.
How many schools are in Little Rock at that time?
At that time, there were 3 public schools.
Okay. And then a couple of maybe.
There was Catholic High also, and Mount St. Mary's was the sister campus, boys, girls.
Right.
And at that time, which we may talk about, there had started to be some private schools being
Got it.
built too.
Got it. So was your school big on sports otherwise? Was it like a good football team or a good basketball team? or
Good
anything?
football team, very good basketball team. Sidney Moncrief was in my graduating
Good
class.
grief.
Yeah.
Good grief, Moncrief. Yeah. Oh, wow. He went to that school too?
Yes.
He was very good.
Yes.
Went to professionals. Isn't he in the Hall of Fame now, I think?
I don't know.
Should be if he's not.
Nice fella.
Yeah, he was. Really great. Yeah. So you guys had a very good basketball team.
Yep.
That's cool. But it's weird that they didn't play baseball.
Well, they do now.
Yeah.
So that's
and then-
even weirder. Yeah.
But it's weird at that time they didn't. Anyway, cool. So, okay, now you're at Washington.
Mm-hmm.
College or university?
Washington University.
Okay, Washington University in St.
Yes.
Louis.
Yep.
And you went with your girlfriend.
Yeah. It lasted like a semester.
Yeah, yeah. I'm glad it was all important. It was almost worth the college decision. But now you're at Washington.
Yep.
And now you're playing baseball.
Yep.
Okay. How'd that come about?
Well,
I mean, I know you did great in tryouts, and they said, "Hey, we can't wait for you to show up next
fall
year."
practice. So yeah, so we're going out for fall practice, and they tell us, I don't remember what it was, but every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 2:30, we're going to do these drills or whatever until it got cold. One day, I had homework. I was behind on my homework, so I skipped practice. And the next day, I got a call from the coach, and he asked, "Are you sick?" And I said, "No, I've got this project due." And I will never forget those words. "Listen, son, practice is not optional." So this is the first time in no high school baseball. And in Legion, you had practices, but
Right.
if you could make it, you could make it.
Right.
If you couldn't, you couldn't. And I
Right.
thought, okay, this is the same thing, right?
Right.
It's not the same thing.
Not at all.
No.
Yeah.
So
And
he didn't need to tell me twice. I
No.
was at every practice after
early.
that.
I would imagine early for that on, right?
Yes.
So okay, so you're playing baseball.
Mm-hmm.
How did that go?
It went okay. I'm still small. I'm still really inexperienced.
17 or 16 still? Are you still 16?
I turned 17 in September of my freshman
Right.
year.
Okay.
But they don't have any pitchers. They have 5 pitchers on the roster total. So I'm a pitcher.
Right.
I'm not an outfielder.
Finally, they're giving you a chance.
Yeah.
Okay.
I went 2-4 the first year,
Okay.
and we spent spring break traveling around. We played Lamar. I don't know why Division III schools were playing Division I schools, but we did.
Right.
I pitched against Lamar, and it didn't go well. But then the next that's the thing about my career was I've probably failed the first time I tried something, but the
Right.
second time it went a whole lot better.
Yeah. And who was that against?
Who was that against? Oh, it was against Arkansas Little Rock, believe it or not.
Okay.
I pitched in my hometown, and
Yeah.
I started the game. I lost the game 5-4, but it went a whole lot better than the first time.
The Lamar.
Yeah.
Good. Very good. Okay. So you're 2-4 your freshman year. Are you hit?
Yeah.
How was your hitting?
5 for 22, 227 average, all singles. as a part-time DH.
I mean, if you have to remember it, I mean, if you could, yeah.
You know,
do that one
that
right
is
off the
just
bat.
kind of the way I am.
Yeah.
Numbers just kind of get stuck up there.
Okay. All right. So now how are we getting to Arkansas yet?
Okay.
All right.
So the first semester I made 4 A's and a B. No. I'm sorry. 1 A and 4 B's. I made an A in statistics and probability. And the
Of
other
course.
there was calculus and physics and all that. I got B's.
Yeah.
When the semester turned and now it's baseball season,
Yeah.
Johnny's interest in school kind of went a little bit south.
Yes. Okay.
And I got a letter from the dean putting me on academic probation and say, come by and talk to me in the fall. We'll see what we can improve.
Oh, wow.
Okay, great. So I go home. I'm 17, so now I'm playing American Legion ball, and I am carving them up because I just spent a year playing college ball.
Right.
I am the man now.
Yeah.
And so I go back to Washington, make okay grades in the fall, turns to spring, and I'm a stud.
Yeah.
Now I'm good. I'm
Yeah.
really, really good, but not in the classroom. I'm still real bad in the classroom because I couldn't stop thinking about baseball.
Right.
And classes are interfering with my sleep time, my resting up, and
Yeah.
I got to work out and all that. So I got another letter from the dean saying, you're on academic probation again. So I had a heart-to-heart with my parents. I said, okay, I'm 18. I'm doing great in Legion ball. Dad, would you mind calling the coach at Arkansas and see if he's got a spot for me?
Okay.
So my dad called, and he says, this is an odd question, but I've got a son. He told the coach his name, and he said, oh, left-handed pitcher from Little Rock. Yeah, we know who that is. So I thought, okay, I got an opening here.
Right.
And he said, yeah, come up for a visit. And so I came up, and I said, yeah, this is going great. I think I'm going to do this. And I remember I was working that summer at the Corps of Engineers in Little Rock. And I got a call from the coach, Coach DeBryan, and he's very, very blunt. I answer the phone. He says, Stanley, you coming? And here comes my commitment. Yes, sir. And that was it. So the rest is history.
No big televised, thing with the hats and that.
Now I'm going to Fayetteville. And the
Right.
thing about going there is the transfer rules at the time were that you had to sit out a year.
Right.
So I had to sit out the 1978 season. I could still practice with them.
Right.
But it was kind of excruciating to watch them get to play games and
Right.
me just have to sit.
How many years of eligibility did you have? Because you only had 4 total, right?
Right.
And how many years did you have eligible at Arkansas?
2.
2. Okay. So you had to sit out the 1978 season.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I still have 2 left because
Right.
that's a redshirt season.
Right.
Yeah. So I got to play 79 and 80. And by the way, coincidentally, my grades were really good in the
became
season
really
I
good?
couldn't play.
Yeah. What? Okay. The question will be, how did they do after that?
Well,
We won't go into that. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about Arkansas.
Okay.
And I know that there was some success at the Arkansas at the time, but tell me a little bit about that team atmosphere. Did you feel like, okay, now I'm a little older, but how were the teammates and all? What was that like?
well, 78, we had Tim Lawler, who was a senior. He got drafted by the Yankees, played for the Yankees, Padres, and
Pitcher.
yeah, I
Okay.
think maybe the Red Sox also.
Right,
Yeah.
okay.
So he was very, very good. But there was something about the 79 team that was just different.
Mm-hmm.
It just had the right mix of players,
Mm-hmm.
not a ton of egos, but enough talent.
Mm-hmm.
And we practiced and we played hard. We got into some mischief off the field too, but nothing terrible.
Right.
In fact, if you heard the phrase, we were characters with character.
Right. Oh, that's good. Yeah.
And that's the way that season went. Of course, we played Texas the first weekend of the Southwest Conference, season, and we beat them the first game, 2-0.
And they ended up winning it that year, if I remember correctly. The
They did
Southwest
not,
Conference.
but I'll get to that.
Oh, my bad, sir.
Oh, they did win
They
the
won
conference.
the conference, right.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. And then we had a doubleheader versus them the next day. We lost 3-2 and 1-0.
Oh,
Well, they ended up 22-2. We ended up 19-5. So if we'd have flipped those two games, we'd have been 21-3. They'd have been 20-4.
Right.
So we'd have won it.
so they won the conference.
They won the conference.
Right.
We went to the conference tournament, lost to them twice again.
Oh,
Went to the regionals, Tallahassee, Florida,
Right.
won 4 games there.
right.
Went to Omaha, won the first 2 games, and got a rematch with Texas.
So Texas actually won the Southwest Conference in baseball, but you guys, because you lost those 2 games, if they would have switched around, you would have won it.
Right.
Right. Okay. So now you win the whole. You're in the conference. I mean, you're not winning the conference, but you got invited to play in the 64-team College World Series,
Yeah.
right?
Now, back then it was only like 34 teams,
Oh,
but
okay,
yeah.
cool. Okay. So every year now the College World Series, or the CWS as they called it, is a baseball tournament held each June in Omaha, Nebraska. It is a culmination of the NCAA one baseball tournament featuring 64 normally, but you said
34 back then.
34 that
Yeah,
day, which determines the champion of the whole NCAA Division I college baseball.
That's right.
The 8 participating teams are split into 2 double elimination brackets of 4 teams apiece, with the winner's bracket playing in best-of-3 championship series.
Yes.
In 1979, the Arkansas Razorbacks, coached by Norm
DeBrine,
DeBrine, had a record of 49-15 overall.
49-15.
And so you guys are now, I mean, you're playing. It was a good year. You had some good hitting, some good pitching. How did you pitch?
Not well.
Okay.
For the season, I was 2-1. Didn't pitch a lot after the middle of the season. The rotation had gotten set. They were rolling, so that we don't run relief pitchers out in the 4th inning like we do now.
Right.
So I was I played a lot of pepper and rolled a lot of batting cages around.
Spit a lot of sun seeds out, or sunflower seeds out.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah, that's cool. That's all right. And so, were the games well attended in those days at Arkansas?
Yes.
Oh, very cool.
Well, at Arkansas, I would say wives, girlfriends, friends, and lovers of baseball. We'd get 1,000.
Oh, that's not bad at all. Yeah, in those days, that's not bad at all. But the College World Series,
Yes.
was well attended.
Yes, it was at Rosenblatt Stadium, and I don't know the capacity. I want to say 15,000, but they filled it.
Yeah, it's where the AAA team played. But
Yes.
the Omaha Royals. Or
They
the
used to
Omaha
be the
Zephyr, or
Royals. I
whatever
think
they
they're
call
the
it.
Storm Chasers now.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So that's where they played. Okay. So you guys were in the East Regional in Tallahassee, and you played George Washington
Yes.
and beat them 12-11.
Right.
Then you played Florida State, or Florida,
Yes.
beat them 9-1.
9-1.
And then Delaware twice,
Right.
beat them 8-6, and then 4-3.
Right.
Cool. So now you got to now go to the World Series. Now, what was it like at campus then when you're going for the national championship in Omaha? What was it the vibe at the conference?
The students were gone.
Oh no. Okay.
We finished in Tallahassee on Memorial Day, I want to say.
Yeah.
And we needed to be in Omaha on Thursday.
Oh, wow.
And we flew back. So we flew back Tuesday, and I think we practiced Wednesday, and then got on the bus and went.
Right.
So there was no excitement at all, except with us.
Right. And what was that like on a team? Like, we knew we could do it, or like, hey guys, we just did this.
It was a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Because I knew early on in the season, as hard as those guys worked, as much time as they were putting in, and as solid as they were defensively,
Right.
once the pitching got settled, I didn't see why we couldn't beat anybody.
Right. Awesome. That had to feel pretty good too.
Yes.
But I mean, you are in college.
Yeah.
Were you on scholarship at the time?
No.
Okay. But It's different though. Sometimes you get this pay, but it's not qualified as scholarship or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'd imagine. Plus, with your grades were how were the grades?
They weren't that great. But look, at that time, tuition was $400 a semester.
Oh,
So
wow.
it wasn't a big deal. Sorry, Dad.
Yeah. keep that on the down.
$400. I'll pay you back.
Yeah. Still have that IOU, Dudley. Okay. So now you're in the World Series.
Yeah.
And there's some good players there.
Yeah.
And some good teams. And some teams that have a long history of being in the World Series.
Yeah, Texas being one of them.
Texas being one of them. Pepperdine being another one,
Yes.
which always had a good one. Arizona, which always had a good and then eventual. But you guys played Pepperdine first,
Yes.
and you beat them
5-4.
5-4.
Mm-hmm.
Anything about these memories and the games you're thrown out, but
Every one of those was a comeback.
is that awesome?
We fell behind Pepperdine. We had a right-handed pitcher named Rich Irwin.
Yeah.
Rich was always our game one starter. The scouting report on Pepperdine said they do well against some pitchers and other pitchers not so well. And we didn't know if that meant righty lefty or
Right.
what. But Pepperdine hauled off and got 3 on us in the first inning.
Oh, wow.
And Norm and the pitching coach took Rich back into the clubhouse, and all you could hear was screaming. And they were having it out because Norm had decided he was going to pull him and put in a left-hander, Steve Kruger.
Yeah.
Well, that worked. I mean, they scored one more run the rest of the game, and we caught up and beat them, and then turned around and started Irwin the next game that would have been 2 days later on a Sunday, and he shut Arizona down. We won 10-3.
All right. Okay.
So, but yeah, there's a little tension there for a while.
Right. It was double elimination, though, so you could have lost one game.
Could have lost one.
Okay, but why would you do it if you don't
Yeah.
have to? But,
Yeah.
Okay, so now you're playing Arizona, and you beat them 10-3.
Right.
What do you remember about that game? Do you remember? It was
Just Irwin. I mean, we fell behind again,
Yeah.
but he was a man on a mission.
yeah.
And then we got 2 really big innings in the 7th and the 8th.
Right.
Because it was a pretty close game until then. But then after that, we were like, we're going to get to play Texas
Yes,
again.
the heated rival.
Yes.
In your conference.
Yes.
First place, and somehow they're there. Yes, of course. They had a great tradition at the time.
Right.
You're playing Texas. All right.
And
now
they
what
were
happens?
number 1.
Right. And
Fell behind 2-0.
typical.
Yeah. And then I think we got the bottom of the 3rd inning, we got 7. 7-2, and we ended up winning 9-4.
Right.
So yeah, we did some really kind of dumb things in the first couple of innings. I don't know if we were tight or what, but
Right.
it was like, we've seen these guys 6 times already this year.
Right.
They ain't any better than us.
Right.
Let's go.
Right. And so now other teams are starting to, they're starting to drop out because of double elimination.
Yeah.
So now by the time you're playing Texas, there's not that many teams around.
Right. There's 4 left. Yeah.
4 left. Okay. So we beat Texas. That didn't knock them out, or did that knock
That
Texas?
was their first loss.
Okay, that was their first loss.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now you come up to. Have you played it yet in the College World Series
Not
at this
yet.
moment? Okay. So now we're playing Cal State Fullerton.
Yes. Now here's your controversy. Now.
All right. Here we go.
So the way normal double elimination tournaments work is now we're the winner. We should get to wait around for whomever emerges from the losers bracket
Right.
and play them with the opportunity to win one,
And that's it.
and that's it, or lose one and then still get the. Well, that's not the way they did it.
No.
They took the remaining 4 teams and matched us up against the team that we hadn't played yet, Cal State Fullerton. And then Texas then would play Pepperdine. Each of them had a loss. We don't have a loss yet. So the Texas Pepperdine loser is out. So it's going to be us and Fullerton. If we win, Fullerton's out, and then we turn around and play the survivor. And we have to do this the next night. Well, so all our pitching is shot. So we played on a Friday, a Sunday, a Tuesday. Now we got to play on a Wednesday. Friday starter's not ready to go yet.
Right.
So we come out with my roommate, Manuel Warrior. He pitches, and we just try to get through it,
Right.
And they're getting runs and getting runs and getting runs. This is the game I pitched. I think I came in after he gave up a grand slam. We went behind. It might have been 8-2 at that point.
Right.
And I came in and I shut him down for 2/3 of an inning.
Look at you.
One of the outs was our catcher picked off a guy at first, so I got one out on my own.
There you go. What was that like, though? I mean, when you were coming out to the mound, I mean, now you're there.
Yeah,
What was that like?
it was just the most exciting thing.
Yeah.
Because I'm never going to be in the real World Series.
Right.
This is it, dude.
Yeah, I know it. And here, I mean, was there any of those flashbacks real quick, like how you were in, Little League, and now you're here
Some of that,
representing the state college. I mean, they're a little crazy about the Razorbacks, I would
They
say.
are crazy about the Razorbacks, so much so that the TV station in Little Rock decided they were going to televise all these games in Omaha.
Okay.
So that was the thing. I was running in, I'm thinking, I'm on TV.
Please don't trip. Please don't trip. Yeah. Okay. So the coach gives you the ball. Any jitters, or you just like, I know what I'm supposed to do?
I know what I'm supposed to do. Yeah.
Nice job. Okay. Do you remember the batter? Was he left or right?
No, I do remember. I would get 2 strikes on all of them, and then make what I think is a really good pitch, and
Yeah.
they would just kind of poke it in a hole someplace.
Yeah. Attitudes. That's what they are. So you guys end up losing 10-13. So you scored 10 runs on them.
Yeah, we got it within 11-10, and that's one of my, not a big regret, but boy, if I could have done a little bit better,
Right.
we could have beaten those guys and
Right.
sent them home, and now all we got left is Pepperdine, whom we'd already beat.
Right. So according to the rules now, you're in a championship game, right? And you're playing, guess who? Cal State Fullerton again.
Yes, after we lose, now Fullerton and Pepperdine have to play a game to decide who's going to play us again.
Right.
And Fullerton won. But we get a day of rest. They're having to play every day. We're thinking, we got this.
Right.
They pitch a guy, Dave Weatherman, who got Pepperdine knocked out in the first inning. They still ended up winning the game, but we thought, we got this dude.
Right.
We didn't have that dude.
Turns out to be a 1-2 game. I mean, the 2-1 game. They won it.
Yep.
2-1. I mean, what a pitching. Who did you guys pitch?
We pitched Kruger.
Okay.
He pitched well.
Yeah.
I think we might have made an error
Right.
that led to the winning run.
That hurts.
And we had in the 9th inning, we had a guy on first base, and our catcher's up, who's a pretty good hitter, and hit a line drive that the second baseman caught.
Oh.
It's a good thing he caught it. It would have knocked him out.
Oh,
He
yeah.
hit it really hard.
Oh. And so you guys, what does that feel in the dugout? I mean, what was that feeling after the game? You're like, oh, we were so close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were so close. I was not ready to be proud of everything.
Right.
Because we went to the mountaintop, man,
Right.
and we just didn't get it finished, and it was
And your first
nobody's
year
fault.
there. And your first year there. Your first year at Arkansas, you're at the mountaintop, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no, you actually set up, but I know.
Yeah.
But your first year. Mm-hmm. So you're thinking, hey, next year, we're going to do this.
Next year, we're going to
gonna
do
win it
this.
all.
We're going to
Undefeated. It didn't go like, you weren't undefeated the next year?
We weren't undefeated next year, and I found out 1980 was a frustrating year for me personally, but also that's the one I look back on. I could have done some things better because now I'm a senior.
Right.
I'm supposed to be helping to lead the pack.
Right.
Well, they've recruited some guys who were theoretically better than I.
Right.
And I didn't feel like I had cachet to talk to them, talk to the freshmen and say, here's the way that we do things around here.
Right.
Because I'm afraid they're going to look at me and say, who are you?
Right.
You're taking engineering labs. You're not even here for fall practice.
Right. Got it. So what was the record in 1980?
I don't remember, but it wasn't quite as good.
Did you go to the playoffs the next
We
year?
went again to the Southwest Conference tournament, and we took Texas to a final game. So we beat A&M, lost to Texas, beat Tech, got to Texas again, beat them. So now we each have a loss, and so we played the final game, and we lost that one.
Oh man, that's
But
frustrating.
I did pitch in the game that we beat Texas.
Look at you. Okay, nice. Well, did you pitch more your senior year, or any more than you did your junior year, or?
A little bit more.
Okay.
I led the team in ERA,
Nice.
1.40, but in fairness, I only pitched like 20 innings, so it wasn't.
That's pretty good, though. I mean, it's still 20 innings. I mean, fairness is, I understand, but 20 innings, 1.40, that means you're giving up. That's really good. In 9 innings, you would only give it, if you pitched a complete 9 innings, for those that don't know, that means you would have gave up 1.4 runs.
How you get 1.4?
I don't know. Someone has to really dink it out and run quick.
Somebody's left at second.
Yeah, he left it second early. So you guys had a couple players at Arkansas that were very well known. They got drafted in the pros during those years too, right? You got a second baseman.
Second baseman Johnny Ray. Played 10 years in the majors.
Played for I think drafted by the Pirates, if I remember correctly.
Drafted by the Astros, traded to the Pirates for Phil Garner.
Oh, really? Scrap iron. Okay. And then you had an outfielder that was drafted in what round?
First round.
First round. Mm-hmm. And
Kevin
that was
McReynolds.
Kevin McReynolds, yes. I remember his baseball card being worth a whole lot because he was the Mets.
Drafted by the Padres.
Okay, yeah. And then traded to the Mets later on. Okay.
Yeah. Got there somehow. Yeah.
Anybody else that was drafted? You had a catcher that was pretty good too, right?
Ron Reynolds
Okay.
had played for several teams.
Okay.
He was a really good defensive catcher. Excellent backup catcher
Right.
because he's steady, dependable, could hit a little.
Right. Mm-hmm. Nice. Cool. So your senior year's done?
Senior year's done, but still don't have the degree.
So you said, you know what? I could get this thing.
Kind of need to.
You kind of need to get this degree.
Yeah.
I mean, $400 is $400. You got to do what you got to do. All right. Did you have any thoughts about playing baseball after college?
I did. There were a couple of things, though. One, it was that my shoulder was not feeling great. But the real thing is I just wasn't talented enough. I
Right.
threw 82, 83, and that's, the Randy Joneses of the world aren't playing in the big leagues anymore.
Right.
So, I went to a tryout camp or two,
Right.
but the writing was on the wall.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but did you play any? I mean, yeah, that's got to be kind of disappointing because you've known yourself as being an athlete.
Yes.
And now all of a sudden, like that title's kind of taken away.
Yes.
What do you do?
That's struggled with that.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I imagine a lot of people, I mean, honestly, I struggled with it till I was in my 40s to kind of go, wait, how do I identify myself now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I really wanted was just for somebody to give me a chance and so I could get to a level where I couldn't get guys out anymore,
Right.
regardless of how hard I'm throwing.
Right.
I just want to see.
Right.
I'm not a big league guy, but I want to see where I was.
How far you can make it up the ladder. Yeah. At least A ball, maybe. I mean, to me, that would be impressive to get to A ball. But, okay. So let's get back in the story a little bit, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Tell me a little bit about where you grew up.
Okay. So I was born in September of 1958 in Little Rock, Arkansas. Little Rock was going through a bunch of messed up stuff at the time that I was born. You had the 1954 Brown versus Board of Education ruling that says that you need to segregated schools are unconstitutional.
Right.
So the governor of Arkansas, Orville Faubus, decided he didn't like that too much, and he was going to try and keep black students out of the white schools. Well, in '57, there were 9 black students that wanted to enroll in Central High School. They're called the Little Rock Nine. The governor sent the Arkansas National Guard to keep them out. President Eisenhower federalized that National Guard and sent the 101st Airborne to let them in. So we had a very tense school year in 1957-58, and then in 1958-59, the powers that be in Arkansas just started thinking, how can we keep these black kids out of white schools? I know, we'll shut the schools down. They shut the schools down in 1958-59, no, just the 4 high schools. And so it gets better. The teachers still had to go to school, even though there were no students. And they still played high school football, even though there was no school. The upshot of all of this was that kids in Little Rock who couldn't go to school, they started moving in with relatives all over the state or even outside the state so they could go to school. Private schools started to pop up. I don't think too many succeeded, but where was I? Oh, but the private schools, you know who couldn't afford to go to private schools?
I'm taking a guess.
Yeah, the black kids.
Yeah. Oh man.
So
despite they closed down schools just because.
Yes. So they passed a bill called Act 4, and that said that the governor has the power to shut down any school that he thinks is under threat of integration, But that had to be voted on. So the good people of Little Rock went out on a Saturday morning and voted 3-1 that that's a good idea. Yeah.
And you were born.
And I was born in the midst of all of that. Yeah.
Yay. Such joy in the world.
Well, and the Supreme Court eventually ruled that Act 4 is no, you can't do that either.
Right.
Yeah, so they went back to the drawing board and said, I know what we'll do. We will draw up maps, and each school will have a district. Well, you know how that went? You know how you draw a map in a segregated town, how the schools are going to turn out?
Right.
Segregated.
Right. And that's okay.
Yeah. So the Supreme Court then said, no, that's not good enough. Go do it right. And that's when I got bussed across town in the 9th grade.
Oh, wow. Okay.
There's a lot there.
Yeah, there is. So, okay, you had 2 brothers, younger brothers, and then they're in the midst of all this too, and your mom and dad.
Yeah.
What was it like at that time? I mean, outside politically wise, I mean that's yuck. But
So-
what was it like at home?
So my mom and dad were babies when they had me. My mom was 20.
Okay.
My dad was 21, just barely 21. And he had been going to West Point. And when they got married, there's a clause in the code of conduct or whatever that says you cannot be, if you get married, you will resign from the military academy. So he did, and then came to work in Little Rock. I think he worked at the Corps of Engineers, but he's without his degree yet either. And we were poor. Oh, we were poor.
Yeah.
And finally the decision was made, well, I need to go get my degree. So we packed it all up and went up to Little Fayetteville, at the time was a cow town, and we got our degree.
Yeah.
We got our civil engineering degree in 1962, and we spent my evenings, little 3-year-old Johnny, with Dad, listening to Harry Carey.
Playing baseball.
And while he's doing his homework, then moved back, and thus began what I would like to call the golden age of Johnny, because then in 1963, August of 63, I got a baby brother. And then Donna Axum, Miss Arkansas, won Miss America. And then in September of 64, I got another baby brother, and I started school. And in 64, the St. Louis Cardinals won the World Series. The Arkansas Razorbacks went 10-0, beat Nebraska, and shut out their last 5 opponents. beat Nebraska in the Cotton Bowl, earned a national championship, and I'm thinking, man, life is always going to be this good.
Yeah. So what you're saying is if you want Arkansas to win, forget coaches, just have your mom have a baby?
Have a baby.
Okay, I'm just throwing that out there because it seems to be working.
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right, so now you moved back to Little Rock.
Yeah.
All right.
And he's working for the Corps of Engineers.
He's working for the Corps of Engineers. And or you're not, are you poor still, or you're making up a little bit better where you're
making it a little bit better.
Okay.
Not having to take Dad into work so that Mom can have the car.
Right.
And Mom's not having to work.
Okay, cool. So that's what I was going to, is Mom at home and she's raising
the kids,
Okay,
yes. And
cool.
I'm probably a royal pain in her butt because I'm, needing to do things.
bouncing off the wall and
Yeah.
everything that,
Yeah.
Friends in the neighborhood?
Friends in the neighborhood, but they were in school. They were a year ahead of me, and I was not yet in school.
That's right.
And they went off, and I'm sure I'm bugging my mom, and I go stage baseball games in the backyard. I play the Cardinals versus whomever,
Yeah.
and just run around the bases and narrate the games. I was such a weird kid, and I'm sure that people who know me now think, oh yeah, knock me over with a feather. You were a weird kid.
Yeah. But what else, I mean, you love baseball.
Yeah.
And it was, I would imagine you're relating to your dad. So that's because you're sharing it on the radio.
Yeah.
So now it's your connection there too. But
He would shave, and I would read him the box scores.
That is so
And
cool.
that's how I learned to read. I was reading at 4
Right.
because of baseball.
Right. Stan Musial did this.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Nice.
Dick Grote made an error. Another error.
Dick Grote, one of my dad's favorite players. You're right. Okay. So, what was one of your favorite adventures with your brothers? Do you have one that was like, oh, you know what, this is a good one?
I can't remember an adventure, but I have a confession, and that's that I would used to get into stuff and break it, and then my parents would find out that it was broken, and they never went to me first. They always went to them, and I never spoke up. I was like, yeah, y'all are going to get the punishment, and I'm going to watch.
See, you were delegating responsibilities the way I look at it, yeah.
We would go camping, and we would arrange the station wagon. The station wagon had the 2 seats, and then the bench seat, and then the way back.
Right.
Well, that's what we called it, the way back.
Right.
And my dad would pack the thing so 2 kids would sit in the back seat, and one would have to lie down in the way back.
Oh.
And we would trade off that. It actually wasn't all that bad, but yeah, camping was horrible because my job would be to go get take this 5-gallon container and go to the pump and get the water.
Yeah, yeah.
It
Then bring
weighs
it
like
back.
40, but weighed more than me. I'm having to drag it up the hill.
Roll it back if you could. All right, tell me a little bit about your parents then. Where were they from? How did they meet?
My mom is from Rosedale, Mississippi.
Okay.
My dad is from all over.
Okay.
He was an Army brat.
All right.
So he went everywhere, and he happened to be in Little Rock, going to Little Rock Central High, in the same class as my mom.
Okay.
And they met there.
Okay.
He did not graduate from Central. His dad had moved them on someplace else. I think they might have been in Fort Bragg. But I guess they never forgot each other.
Oh, yeah. So how did he end up at West Point?
He was getting ready to enroll at North Carolina State
Okay.
when Brooks Hayes, an Arkansas congressman, came through with an appointment for him. That's what he wanted to do, but he wasn't a good enough student. And back then, you could get it appointed by a congressman, and he did.
But you were living in North Carolina. How did an Arkansas congressman get him?
That's a great question.
Okay.
My guess is that before he moved, he had petitioned the congressman,
Right.
and maybe he was just now getting around to it.
Okay. So now he gets to go to West Point.
He's going to go to West
Point. Which is a huge
Point.
honor.
Right. And
Right.
she's going to Mississippi State College for Women.
And they're still in touch with each other?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. I like this. All right. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. And he lasts 3.5 years.
He didn't quite get through his 3rd year.
Okay.
I think.
And then he said, you know what?
Why don't we elope?
Why don't we elope? We won't tell anybody, even though I only got one more year to go. Yeah. Okay.
And the story's kind of fuzzy on that one, so I don't want to say exactly what happened.
We'll leave it fuzzy. Yeah. We'll leave it fuzzy. Got it. Okay. And then, okay.
And then here comes little Johnny.
Little Johnny. And he's just got a lot of energy, that little Johnny.
Little Johnny.
Yeah, little Johnny do. Okay. Did you consider your family close?
Yeah, I
Okay.
did. Yeah, we were close.
Yeah.
And we would be closer today. I think I'm the problem there. I'm pretty introverted. You're not going to be able to tell from this, but
Yeah.
I can be gregarious and charming and
Right.
stuff when I need to be.
Yeah.
But it saps my energy. In fact, when we're done with this, I'll be exhausted.
Take a nap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm the one that needs to get in touch with them more.
Right.
My middle brother is worse than I am.
Oh, okay.
My little brother, I have a feeling, calls my mom and dad a lot, and I don't.
Right. And they still live in Little Rock?
They still live in Little Rock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same house?
No.
Okay.
Three houses later.
All right. Engineering's done well.
Yeah.
Civil engineering. Good for him. How long is he still? He's still working or not working yet?
He's not working.
Okay.
He retired from the Corps at age 55.
Okay.
Went into another private engineering firm, worked there for I think 10 more years, and
wow.
then he called it quits.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, now he's a marshal on a golf course.
Oh, okay. He's doing the Lord's work there, isn't he?
Absolutely.
All right. So, was there any rough patches outside? I mean, it sounded like you had a few in there, but was there any rough patches growing up?
Not as many as others that I saw.
Right.
No, I always considered us really, really fortunate.
Right. Awesome.
We didn't have drug addictions. We
Right.
didn't have the three boys turned out super good.
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Nice. That's good to hear. But so I'm going back a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You went at Washington. You went with your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that girlfriend. When did we meet? That evidently in high school.
Yeah, it was in high school. High school was not a great time for me personally.
Okay.
Only because if you think about it, I was in the 10th grade and I was 13 years old, and that the puberty fairy that we talked about
Right.
was not yet there.
Not even taking a call.
No, way across town.
Yeah. Across town.
So having relationships with girls when you're 13 and still talking like this was hard. But she was a friend before she was a girlfriend.
Right.
And
Neighborhood kind of a thing, or just like you just knew her from school?
I knew her from years and years of school. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Okay. All right. So, did you date a lot at Arkansas, or I switched on you? Went from high school right to college, didn't it?
Did I date a lot at Arkansas? No.
Okay.
I did not.
All right.
I dated a girl, and I think and I broke up with her hastily, and then I was always looking for somebody that made me feel like that, and I
replace it,
never
never-
really
Yeah.
found it.
Right. Was she your first love?
Probably.
Okay. Yeah. We always remember those, don't we? So, you're married now. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, how long have you been married?
They're coming up next week will be Carrie for 37 years. Married the night of the Kirk Gibson home run.
I'm glad that's what you remember. Baseball. That was a good home run, though. You got to admit to that.
And look who's coming up. 4-3 A's, 2 out, 9th inning. Not a bad opening act. High fly ball into right field. She is gone.
Unbelievable! A home run for for Gibson, and the Dodgers have won the game 5-4. I don't believe what I just saw.
Okay, so how did you guys meet?
I was in Tulsa at a job that I hated. She was working for the same company as a summer student, and we had a Labor Day tradition that was the raft race down the Arkansas River on Labor Day.
Yes,
and our
yes.
company was building one, and I met her in the process of building one. She also came out to our company had a softball team. She came out to those games. We got acquainted.
So, how'd you get to Tulsa?
Tulsa. I started in Tulsa after college. I got a job at a steel company doing engineering program. They transferred me to Houston. Well, I'd had my fill of Houston after about 3 years and came back to Tulsa and interviewed for this job. The people said, I said, I'm really interested in programming. I don't really want to be an engineer. I understand my title will be engineering,
Right.
but there will be programming. And they said, yeah. Well, they lied.
Oh,
Yeah. So that's how I got there the second time.
okay. And programming,
Computer programming.
they had computers back in those days?
They did.
Yeah.
They
We're
did.
the same age, and I'm making it sound like you're a lot older. But
I
yeah.
know. And then at Arkansas, the year after I finished my eligibility, I'm still in school trying to finish chasing that engineering degree that I have realized that I really don't want to use.
Right.
And I got lucky and got a job at the computer lab. And I found out that I could read this stuff. And even if I didn't know the language that my job is helping students with their programs, trying to
Right.
find the bugs and stuff. And
Yeah.
I found that even if I didn't know the language that they were using, I could figure out the logic. And it was like, oh, here's my calling.
That was your savant little thing.
Yep.
Yeah. Nice. Okay, so you are now in Tulsa.
Mm-hmm.
You met someone through softball and through work building a float.
Mm-hmm.
So what was it like asking her? I mean, did you ask her for a date, or did she ask you, or how did that go?
Details are sketchy on that one.
They need to be sketchy.
I think
Got it.
maybe we attended a party together.
Okay. May have been. The voice went a little higher on that. I like that.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good to know. All right. So eventually you're dating.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then you said, you know what?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Oh, no, not yet.
Okay. Here we go.
All right, let's get to. So I got laid off. First of all, let me back up a second. The job that I hated, I still hated, but I went and found another job that I liked, and it was at night.
Okay.
So now I could go to the day job and the night job.
Okay.
I did that, and then the night job said, "We need you to start coming on days." So then now I have to quit the job that I hated.
Oh.
Which is fine, you know. So I went to the job that I liked, and then I got laid off.
Oh.
Yeah. So I was out of work for 13 weeks, collecting unemployment,
Right.
weighing my options. Tulsa is not doing great in 1986.
Correct.
Applied back to the university to say maybe I can get my master's in computer applications.
University of Arkansas.
Yes.
Okay.
Also was still looking for jobs. They accepted me. They said, yeah, you can do that. We got room for you. And I said, okay, if I don't have a job by August 1st, I'm coming. Well, on July 25th or something, I got a job offer with a company in Carrollton, Texas. So went to Carrollton. She stayed in Tulsa. She's got like 3-4 jobs. She's a hustler.
Okay.
Yeah. So we saw each other on the weekends, and then the guy in Carrollton that I was working for says, "I'm selling my software. I'm going to either sell it to a company in San Diego or in Birmingham, Alabama." I was like, "Oh gosh!" So we went to San Diego and visited, and then we sat down and said, with the owner, and I said, "Let's do pros and cons," and he had a bunch of pros for San Diego and a couple of cons. And then we did Birmingham, and I finally thought that before I left the office, I said, I think I'm going to sell this to the Birmingham group. But he didn't. He sold it to the San Diego group, and now I don't have a job again.
But you're living in Carrollton.
I'm living in Carrollton. Well, thank goodness the Birmingham group called and said, hey, we like you. We didn't get the software, but we're going to buy other software, so come work with us. So I did. And a few weeks later, I said, hey, you want to move to Birmingham? And she said,
And you're talking about your now wife,
yes.
or your girlfriend at the time.
Yeah, yeah. And she said, yeah, I guess I will. So we did for
You're
a
the
year.
romantic type by saying, hey, you want
Yeah,
to move
he
together?
said, you know, if you don't mind marrying me too much. Yeah, so we did that for a year and then decided to take the jump and
Yeah.
were married in Birmingham and did that for a couple of years and then decided we don't want to really put down permanent roots in Birmingham.
Right.
Where do you want to live? And we decided we didn't want to live in each other's hometowns, so what about Dallas?
Back to Dallas.
Back to Dallas. And the one and only company I think I applied that I got an interview with was Mary Kay Cosmetics.
Okay. So, you guys, so how long did you date while you were unemployed, but how long were you dating? Because it must have been halfway serious if she was thinking, okay, you know, I may go with you. Both went to San Diego or something like that. Is that how it worked? Okay.
Yeah, just on a house hunting or whatever
Right,
trip.
right. So it must have been pretty serious.
I think we knew that.
Yeah.
that we
What was
were
it about
gonna
you
do
liked? What about her you liked?
She's at the time was easygoing. She is again. It's okay. you
Yeah.
know?
She's easygoing. Okay. Yeah. And as evidently she liked you.
Yeah,
was a
well,
plus.
that's a plus.
Yeah.
I mean,
It helps.
You look long and hard to find somebody like
Right,
that.
right,
Yeah,
right.
I mean, we liked each other.
Right. That's cool. And so now did you propose at all any romantic or just kind of like a check a box here, yes or no? I want to marry you. Do you want to marry me? Check yes or check no.
The real answer is she sat me down a year after she'd been here in Birmingham and said, it's time. Either let's get married or I'm going back to Tulsa.
Okay. Yeah. And I'm assuming you said, let's get married.
Let's get married.
And did you propose or not?
No.
No, just,
No,
okay.
okay, we're going to do it.
Yeah. Every once in a while, we need something like that to shake us up a little bit. Okay. So now you're married. Where'd you get married at, by the way?
In Birmingham.
In Birmingham? Oh, you got married in Birmingham.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So all the parents and everybody came from Arkansas, Little Rock, and from Tulsa, all to Birmingham.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Some of the more traditional people were not necessarily
Got it.
hugely in favor of that.
Right.
You're supposed to get married in the girl's hometown.
Oh, okay. I didn't read that rule, but okay, I got you.
Yeah. I mean, they have destination weddings now. We'll
Yeah.
just call Birmingham a destination.
Which, you know, if I look at the brochure, Birmingham is probably second, right behind Cancun and all those others. But yeah, I could see that happening a lot. Okay. So, what were your dreams then as a couple? Did you have dreams as a couple?
I think we wanted to have kids.
Right.
What we really wanted was she was really career oriented as I thought I was. So we just wanted to make sure that we supported each other's careers. We
Right.
didn't really have grand,
Like we're going
big dreams
to live
about
in a
anything.
4-story house and on the beach somewhere. Yeah. Okay.
Right. No.
What was her career then?
She graduated or just came really, really close to a degree in petroleum engineering, and that girl
Dang.
you can teach her to do anything, and she'll be good at it in a hurry.
Right.
So she was at the time working with me as a programmer. We were working in the same company. We had to ride separately to work, though. We couldn't.
Yeah.
That's seeing each other that much
No.
in a day is
Put
no
up
bueno.
appearances. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, I understand. Okay, you're married. Eventually, you have children. Mm-hmm. And how many children you have?
3.
3 children. Okay. So your firstborn was a girl or a boy?
She a girl.
Girl. Okay.
Yep.
And she was born in Birmingham?
She was born in Carrollton.
Carrollton. Okay, so
Yeah,
now we're back.
We're back in.
I
We're
got-
before children. We moved back and started
Okay.
make sure when we moved back we were in an apartment. Then we got a house, and I want to say it was less than a month after we closed on that house that she was in the family way.
Okay.
We made the grand tour of Christmas visits. We went to visit her mom in Tulsa, and then my parents in Little Rock, and then back down. And between Tulsa and Little Rock, she was so sick. And I thought, I don't think you had that much champagne. What's going on here? Found out later.
Yeah.
We know why.
Right. And was that your first potential grandchild of your parents?
Not quite.
Okay.
My little brother got a head start on me.
Look at him.
Yeah, he was married in 85 or 6.
Okay.
And he had been in 89.
All right.
So Ben wasn't too much older than Rachel.
Okay. And then all of a sudden you're having kids, and now what is life like?
Life is good. Rachel's a easy baby.
Right.
You talk to her like she's an adult, and she understands things. And our style is not too cramped. It's okay, you know. And we thought, this parent thing, not a problem. Not a problem at all.
No, you have it down. You could write a book.
Yeah. Well.
But what was it like being all of a sudden the realization is like, you know what? I'm a dad now.
I'm a dad now, and it influenced me in some interesting ways, because in the next mid 90s we started having the .com boom, and IT people are taking jobs, other places that are paying them stock options and
Right.
Money and all that, and I just thought, you know what? My family needs from me? Stability.
Right.
So I'm just going to hang here. I'm getting paid fine. The benefits are great. I don't have to work overnight all the time.
Right.
So, yeah, and I'll always be thankful for Mary Kay for that, having that place for me.
Right. So you were in the IT department at Mary Kay.
Yep.
For 34 years
34.
and 11 months.
That's right.
Okay. And what was that like?
It changed a lot, of course.
Right.
We went from having mainframes. Now everybody, mid 90s, everybody's starting to have PCs on now, where everybody's networked, and
Right.
here comes the internet, and boy, technology changed fast. And as I got older, I wasn't able to keep up with it as well as I could when I was younger.
Right.
I've always thought that I was capable, needed to have a high volume of work. And as I got into my 50s and 60s, it became really, really hard. I had to work longer,
Right.
and I was more tired. And those are the signals that I got to indicate to me that, you need to be wrapping it up.
Right. Okay. Wow. I bet a little stress.
Yeah.
But there was none at home because.
There's always stress at home. You got
Understood.
kids, you got volleyball, you got diving, you got
Right.
dance, you got everything.
Right. And that's you. But what about the kids? Just joking. You were into diving. I can see that happening. How did life change after you became a parent then? What was it like? I mean.
You just have to be a little more judicious with your money, your decisions. You got to coordinate. If we got childcare to think about, who's
yeah.
picking up the kids.
Right.
all
Was your
of that.
wife working at this time too?
Yeah, she
Okay.
worked the whole time when she wasn't.
But no longer with you.
Correct.
Okay,
Yeah,
that was just in Birmingham.
Yeah, she held a myriad of positions.
Mm-hmm.
But it was the same thing. She worked really hard. She works long hours too.
Yeah.
She doesn't much anymore.
Right.
But at the time she was, and she traveled a lot. So it was just a matter of making sure we were on the same page, and we most always were.
That's nice. And then you have other children. You had 2 more children.
2 more children. Yeah.
And how are they spaced? You had oldest, and then you had.
3 years later was the second, and then 5 years later was the third.
Okay, cool. Champagne again. You got a little sick. Didn't know what's happening. Just joking. That's how you found out. Sorry. Okay, so now you're a dad.
I'm a dad.
And your mom's working, and dad's working, and you got all this stuff going on. And like you said, it seems like the kids had a lot going on that you were responsible for too. What was your relationship then with your father while you're becoming a dad? What was that like?
We were close. Yeah, we were close.
Right.
I don't know that I sought his approval or advice very often.
Right.
But we did talk, and he would observe, and he would laugh. It was like, I remember that.
Yeah. I'm just going to let you participate in that by yourself. Right. Okay. So, this is a weird off the wall question, but I like doing this kind of stuff. Did you like music growing up?
Absolutely.
Yeah. What was like some of your favorite?
Growing up, I will tell you a story. So I watched this guy on The Tonight Show, 1971, 72, something like that. And then I went out and bought his album, and I brought it home, and I was playing it. And my dad comes in the room, and he said, look, I got it. I said, I got a new album. He said, who is it? I said, Jim Croce. And he said, who's that? I said, I saw him on The Tonight Show. He sang a song. You bought an album based on one song on The Tonight Show? Well, I go off to college, and I come back, 4 years later, and he's got an 8-track, Jim Croce's greatest hits. Hey, do you know who Jim Croce is? Dad, we had this conversation 5 years ago.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. So from that, you started a love of music, or?
Well, I'd always had a love of music. I sang in the church choir. I was a soprano, of course, because Puberty Fairy.
Yeah.
I like Jackson Browne. I can't play an instrument at all.
Right.
But I really Joni Mitchell. I love the lyricists.
Right.
Yeah, that's why I'm in the minority of people my age, but I really like Taylor Swift because her lyrics are pretty dang good.
Right. She writes her own music, or?
She and a team.
Okay, whatever works. Whatever works for you, though. Okay, so did you go to a lot of concerts at all growing up?
First concert I went to was Blue Oyster Cult and the Guess Who, and that's the first time I smelled weed.
No.
Yeah. I was 14 or 15.
So that would mean you were a sophomore in college? Just joking. But,
That's
you're
about
close.
right.
Close, very close.
I think I was going to be a senior.
Okay, so how is the world different now than it was when you were growing up?
Well, the ubiquity of communication devices everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
We don't have conversations. We have text threads and things like that. And I think that's kind of grown us apart. I hate where we are politically. It almost forces everybody to choose up sides rather than trying to talk to each other. We kind of talk through each other, and we want to win.
Right. It's that way in almost everything, though. There's one that's being a certain tribe.
Yes.
Either way, Ford, Chevy, to all the way down to.
Yes.
I mean, you have to make a decision.
Yes.
And then the other side is bad.
I don't remember that being the case before.
I agree. We could be in different sides, but also kind of go, okay, that's how you feel. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, understood.
Tribalism is a perfect way to explain it.
That's crazy. But also, for me, there was a feeling of then it was a lot easier. Life was easier, but we had to do more to make life. I mean, we didn't have microwaves. We didn't have all this stuff. And now we have all that stuff.
Yeah.
And we're busier than we were when we didn't have all that stuff.
That's true. Life presents us with more choices, and we spend a lot of time trying to
and then we fill it all
turn
up with
the choices.
something else. Yeah, I know. That's great. So you had your kids get married?
Have one got married.
Okay, and then you have grandkids.
Yes.
Okay, you have grandkids. Now, how has life changed when you became a grandparent?
Not substantially, other than it's made it more enjoyable because it is not my personal responsibility for their growth and development. It's
Right.
more for my entertainment.
Very true.
And it's funny watching the oldest, who's a girl, who's 10, her mom, those two are exactly the same. Rachel acted exactly the same as Charlotte does now.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, whoa, that apple, it just, it just fell right there.
Not even an inch away, just put right on there. What did you learn from parenting from your parents?
I learned a few things that I didn't want to do. My mom and dad argued a lot in front of me, and it sounded like they were not being kind to one another.
Right.
And it turns out they know exactly what they're doing. You know, they're communicating fine that way.
Right.
It bothered me.
Right.
So I didn't want to do anything like that.
Right.
I learned that, it's going to be all right if you can't afford some stuff.
Right.
You know, you'll get over it. Tell the kid he might throw a fit, but it's not the end of the world.
Right.
Pick it up and go on.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice. What is your hope your children learn from you?
Kindness. At the end of the day, I want to be thought of as somebody who isn't a jerk.
Right.
That just treats people with kindness and respect. And I hope that, I don't know if my kids will be so good at it, but I think I'd take that back. The youngest one's perfect. But the grandkids, I want them to know that, because we're starting into the mean girls phase at 10 years old, and I want her to remember
Right.
that everybody deserves that.
Understood. Was there a significant turning point in your life that you remember that was kind of like either good or bad that you said, that changed your personal life?
I think that once I made that decision that I'm not going to go chasing any kind of golden fleece or anything with some sort of speculative.com, that this is going to be my life, this is my career, I'm a Mary Kayer, and I'm going to be here for you.
Right.
That's the one that now I can just put that out of my head, get my nose on the grindstone, and let's
Right.
go.
Nice. You have that attitude on almost everything?
Yeah, I think
Nice.
so.
Cool. You seem kind of a mellow person. Does it take a lot to get you upset, or do you ever get upset?
I do get upset, but you might not know it.
Right.
Because I'm not going to talk to you about it until I've worked it out myself.
Oh, that's
Nice. Because I'm not going to fly off the handle. I'm not going
Right.
to yell at anybody.
Right.
I got to make sure I'm angry. Did he do something that make me angry, or am I angry for a stupid reason?
Right.
So I want to work that out first. And most of the time it's, you're being irrational,
Yeah.
blow it off. It's not that important.
How'd you get to that point? I mean, that's awesome.
I don't know. It's probably my mom.
The learning from it, or was it watching the arguments, or what?
Yeah, my mom is. She could tell you calmly things that you're doing wrong. She didn't yell,
Yeah.
So I guess that was it.
Yeah.
It certainly wasn't therapy or anything like that. I could have used it. Probably still can.
We could all say that. Is there a person in the past or present that you would most like to meet?
I'd like to meet Steve Martin.
Okay. Didn't expect that one at all, but that's kind of cool.
He's just
A wild and crazy guy.
He's funny. Can
Yeah.
play the banjo.
That he can.
Oh.
What is not to
What's
like?
not
Yeah.
to want to meet? I
Funny
did
and
meet
plays the banjo.
I did meet an author. I don't know if you've ever heard of him, Dave Barry. He's a
yeah,
he's a
yeah,
humorist,
right.
and I got to meet him once, but I had to talk to him for 10 seconds.
Right.
I would like to have a conversation with him.
Nice. Here I was thinking something about baseball, and you went totally to left field on me.
I think maybe the people that I'd want to meet are no longer with us,
Well, that's why the past and present work.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I threw that in there, past and present, but that's all right.
Well, then I would like to meet Bob Gibson if he would talk to me, but I'm afraid he might
Yeah.
just glare at me.
Yeah, that's true. He did have that ability, didn't he? Never want to. I remember the story about Bob Gibson. I remember in spring training, someone had hit a home run off of him and then forgot that it was Bob Gibson and started to trot around the bases, like celebrate, and then remembered, oh, it was Bob Gibson. Nothing was thought about it until like in September. He nailed him in the back and said, "Don't ever do that again." He just remembered it, Don't you ever do that. Show me up again.
He's got a piece of paper in his back pocket, and he says, "Okay, I got to get this guy
right
before
here.
the year's
Yeah,
over."
right. All right. So you had a great life. What is next?
Well, I'm gonna relax some.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely don't want to check out, and when I retired, I kind of worried about that.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know if I would know exactly how to handle retirement.
Right.
But I think maybe the answer is I'm wide open. I've been talking to someone about writing a book about Arkansas baseball.
Oh, nice.
Specifically the teams that have been to the World Series and what made them able to go to the World Series where the teams in between those years couldn't.
Right.
And do some research and try to figure out, is it leadership? Is it
Right.
luck? What is it?
Right. Hard work or what? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that'd be a great book, actually. Now, didn't Arkansas this past year or 2 years go to the World Series again?
They did. They went last year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And lost in excruciating fashion, as we do. That's yes.
Handed down generation through generation.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what makes Arkansas a verb. We Arkansas that thing all up.
What is your dream for the future then? Do
Just
book or just be active or
yeah, be active. Play some golf, play some softball as long as I'm able.
yeah.
Help with the grandkids as much as I can.
Right. Do you like John?
Do I like who?
John?
John who?
You?
Do I like me?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I'm great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I mean, there are things about me that annoy me,
Right.
and I'm probably not going to do much about it, but at least I know about it and I might try.
Right. Might give it an effort, but it's not something you're going to stay up at night worrying about.
No, because the people that are around me have known me long enough.
That they know and accept it.
I hope.
Yeah. What are 3 things you like about yourself?
Again, the kindness, conscientiousness. I'm not, I'm not addicted to anything. That's more than 3, but I care.
Yeah.
Let's leave it at that.
That's good. That's pretty good, though. Last question, I hope. What would you want to be your epitaph to be?
Oh, gosh. And I wish I knew the Bible verse, but I think it's from Galatians about kindness, temperance, all of these things against which there is no law. I want to have all of those qualities. I want people to know I was a genuine dude.
Yeah. Nice. I would think, hopefully after knowing you for a while, they would think so. That'd be cool. Yeah. All right. Well, appreciate you being here, John. You did
it was
great.
my pleasure.
I know you get to go take a nap now.
Yeah, exactly.
Worry about for a while, but I thank you for joining us today. And if you like this episode, please subscribe, leave a review. It I really appreciate it. Also visit our website, my-story.com, to see all our episodes or upcoming episodes. And we'll see you next time on My Dash Story.